Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to the Optimistic Survival series. Today we are starting the episode in the Nether because we need to gather about 10 shulker boxes worth of magma cubes. We are building a gold farm today, which means here pretty soon we will be heading up to the roof of the Nether to construct the spawning platforms and the item collection mechanism, as well as our AFK area. This will be an AFK farm. I'm not doing an actual active gold farm, but that's okay. We don't need the experience anyway. But I will see all of you here pretty shortly. Well, not for me, but for you, after I've collected all of those magma cubes. See all of you soon. Well, I think we are pretty set as far as magma blocks go. I've spent about the past 3 hours in the Nether, down at the lava levels, mining up magma blocks. We have 9 shulker boxes here, and then I ran out of shulker boxes, so we have a 10th right up here, and then a little over a half chest as well. So about 10 and a half chests or shulker boxes worth of magma blocks, which translates to, if we go into our items tab, 17,000 blocks. We've picked up 17,077 from all of that. Not bad numbers. That will be enough to make a very efficient gold farm. So our next step before we head back into the Nether up to the roof is to get rid of these ender pearls. First of all, we don't need them. We will just throw them right over here. And we are going to find a beach with some sea turtles. I believe there are a few at spawn, because we need some turtle eggs for this farm to work. So I see one right over here. Let's see if we can find any more. You know what? I know that we do have some on our way to the village. There should be some over here on this beach. I spy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. That is going to be a good start for us. So let's get some seagrass, and we will feed this to our turtle friends, wait for them to lay some eggs. Hopefully we get multiple eggs out of each spawn, because I believe we have enough magma blocks for 9 tiers of this farm. It would be nice if we could get 9 eggs out of 3 of these turtles, and I think this one is gonna have to follow us a ways over here with this turtle. I don't think they are going to pathfind to each other, but they might if we could lure them in. Of course, turtles are very slow, so we have to wait on that as well. And it looks like this one over here is laying some eggs. Let's make sure we have our silk touch pickaxe here. And here we go. It looks like we finally have an egg, but just one of them. That's okay, it will get us started, and we will wait for their breeding cooldown to do that again. Meanwhile, over here, it doesn't look like that turtle has laid any eggs yet. We will continue to wait. I've brought that turtle from over there, so hopefully they will breed here pretty soon, and it looks like we have a couple eggs, maybe 4 eggs. All right, how about that? So we just need a few more here, and we will break all of those. We are now up to 5 out of 9, 4 more, and then we should be good to head into the Nether. Alright, and it looks like we have 2 more turtles, both laying their eggs right now. We don't have any zombies around, so we should be okay here while they do that. And I'm hoping we get a little bit extra, because I want to build a zoo either in the next episode or the episode after that, and turtles will be one of the mobs that are a part of it. Of course, we will have foxes and pandas and all different types of mobs in there. And it looks like right here we have 4 eggs, so that will be enough for our gold farm. We will grab all 4 of those and then head over here and grab the excess eggs, hopefully 2 of them, so that we can continue to breed turtles, and just 1. Alright, that's okay. We will be back here in the future to get some more eggs, but for now, let's head into the Nether. Also, I don't want to have to drink fire resistance potions every 8 minutes, so we are going to see if we have any boots that have Frostwalker on them, but it doesn't look like we do. Those have Depth Strider, so we won't be able to enchant those Those have Curse of Binding and Curse of Vanishing. We don't really have any good diamond boots. We have Soul Speed. I think we will just have to make some. And I'm sure we have a Frostwalker book, so let's just see what we can find. There we go, Frostwalker 1. I don't know that the level on this is really going to matter, since it is just for magma blocks, but we don't have any other Frostwalker books anyway, so we will go with this and place these. I guess we could always try our luck with the enchantment table beforehand, so let's throw those in there. Blast protection, protection, and protection. That's okay, so we will just... I don't want to get Depth Strider, that's why I don't want to put those through there, so we will just do this and get Frostwalker. That way we can walk on the magma blocks and not have to worry about the fire resistance. But with all of that out of the way, I think we have everything we need to get started. And it doesn't really matter where we put this, I do want it to be pretty close, so we are just going to run out here a little ways and then set it up right here. I need to go to the end at some point to get some more shulker boxes, but we should be okay for today. I've had to put stuff into our food chest in order to bring it all over. But step 1 is to place scaffolding all the way up to the Nether build limit, which is, of course, Y256. And there we go, so now we have to climb this tower, and then we will build our AFK platform up at the top and build each layer going down, one at a time. And we are just about there, and here we go. Alright, we've made it to the top. Again, as I said, step 1 is to do our spawn platform, and I can't really shift off of these. We're just gonna have to see if we can place that there. Maybe. There we go. Alright. Just took a couple of clicks. So we don't need to make this anything special. Just a space for us to fly up for the farm to run. That way we don't get any mobs spawning down below the bedrock ceiling. But I still want a somewhat sizable space for us. I think we will go with something like that. That gives us enough space to fly up here and be able to land on it. Of course, none of these are spawnable blocks. Glass is not spawnable. So we can now work on our space below here. So we will move down a little ways. We will start at 240. That way we can give ourselves enough space to let the top layer spawn. And then we will just go down in increments of 5. So 240 and then 235, 230, all the way down to, I believe, 195 with the amount of magma blocks that we have. And in this process, we will break our scaffolding because we don't need it anymore. Again, we will just fly up to the spawn platform. The scaffolding will not stay. So let's work our way down. Oh, I was wrong. 230 is the layer that we are going to. So right here, this scaffolding is where our first blocks will be placed. In fact, that is where our first turtle egg will be placed, but we are not going to put those in until the very end. So what we will do for now is break that scaffolding, place a temporary block right there, and then we will extend this out by 2 blocks on each side. And then we will begin with our magma blocks. So I believe the range that piglins need in order to be upset by the turtle egg is somewhere between 20 and 25. I know that for sure. I forget what the exact number is, but we are going 21 blocks out from here. So the farm itself, I'm sorry, I take that back. We are going 19 blocks out, and the farm itself will be, I thought those Frostwalker boots, oh, that would explain why they're not working. There we go. All right, so the space that we are going out 19 blocks, so the farm as a whole will be 43 by 43. We will have 19 here and 19 there, and then of course the 5 here in the middle. And I just want to make sure I am exact with this, so we are going to pull out the exact number of magma blocks that we are using. And I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see some zombified piglins spawning up here, because of how wide this platform is, but that's okay. Again, the turtle egg will not be placed down until the very end. Alright, so we are 19 blocks out in each direction. We will now connect these so we have one giant square. There we go, so we now have our outline of these. That will be nice because now we don't have to count on every layer that we do below this one. We can just line it up with the one up above. Now we have to fill all of this in, but I think I will do the middle area first. So we will have our magma blocks going right around here, just like that, and then we will also do the corners as well. And then of course we will place trapdoors where these open blocks are. That will allow the zombified piglins to think that they can walk up to that egg, and then they will just fall all the way down to our kill platform, which is just going to be a row of hoppers covered by a row of slabs. So now the fun part, we get to fill all of this in, and it will probably take a very long time, but I will meet all of you right back here once I have finished. Two things. Number one, that went a lot faster than I thought it would. It took about 8 minutes to complete this entire platform, which means it will take about an hour to do all 9. The other thing is, it is working. The piglins are spawning in. I do want to get rid of this netherrack though, just so we don't have any other mobs spawning. The scaffolding should be fine. If we fly up here, we should be able to see this thing in full force. We have a lot of piglins down there, and of course we will have 9 of these tiers, so they will spawn in very, very large numbers, and of course they will all rush to the middle as soon as they spot that turtle egg. And then of course they will all fall to the ground. So I have 8 more of these platforms to go, and I will meet all of you right back here once we are finished, and we can start working on the turtle eggs in the middle. See you soon. Alright, we are back. That is all finished up, and things are looking pretty good. We have fully finished all of these rows, and we have a lot of them. I believe 9 to be exact, maybe 8, but I think it is 9. Now that all of these are in place, and now that we have successfully had piglins spawning in, we can start to place our turtle eggs. Before we do that though, I just want to make sure that we place our trapdoors so that the piglins can't destroy them. So we are going to return this scaffolding once again all the way to the top. This is what we will be able to place our trapdoors onto, and the turtle eggs as well as we work our way down. So we will climb all the way up here to the top level, and we will break the rest of the scaffolding up above us. I'm not too concerned about losing out on all of that. We will hop up here and start to place in our trapdoors. We are using bamboo for this, mostly just because it's the wood that I had the most of, but it also is the shiniest, the most similar to gold of all of the woods, so it kind of works out in our favor. To start, we will place our trapdoors on all of these 3 block wide sections here. The corners I'm not worried about because the piglins won't really travel diagonally. They will think that is a full block and this is a full block, so they won't get caught up in whether this is a full block or not. And then our trapdoors will go around the scaffolding, and that is going to be fun to see, but that's okay. So we should be able to break this now. We are going to place a couple more rows of trapdoors though, just to protect these very top turtle eggs. We don't want anything to happen to them. And let's go ahead and grab out our turtle eggs now, and we should be able to start placing these in. Of course, I don't want to do that until we are finished, but we will do that here momentarily. So now these trapdoors, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We can place them below each of the prior trapdoors. So we will just shift click and work our way around, and we can actually do that for each row. It will go nice and quick for us. And we will get all of these trapdoors shut. And I don't think trapdoors support scaffolding. If we were to break that one, it looks like they break all the way up. And I will also make sure to place these trapdoors in as well. I don't want to forget about those. I'm not sure if those have to be placed on the upper half of those blocks or not. I guess we will find out when we AFK. We will wait for those. They should still register it as a block being right there though. Oh no, it looks like we are just a few trapdoors short. I don't think I have any wood on us. Also, I don't think I've acknowledged this, but we used to have a wood shulker box that we would keep in our ender chest. Somebody pointed out to me in the comments that I had left it on the roof of the Nether, and sure enough, I did. I went back to check for it. It was in the episode that we broke through the bedrock right there. Unfortunately, it was destroyed in the explosion. I have searched all over this area, and I had it right before we did the TNT. I lost it right after we did the TNT, so I've yet to make a new one, and it is clearly coming back to haunt us. So I'm gonna go get a few more bamboo trapdoors. That's okay because we need to build our kill platform anyway, so that we can collect the drops. As soon as we place the turtle eggs in, they are going to start to fall. So we are going to get that into place before we do that. So trapdoors and the materials for down there. So we want to make sure of two things as we build this platform right down here. Number one, we want to make sure that it covers the entire space that the piglins will fall. And number two, we want to make sure that we give ourselves enough room to build our automatic crafter, which will turn all of our gold nuggets into, well, ultimately gold blocks after a long process. So that is what we are working on. As for the rotten flesh, we are going to filter those out. And as for every other mob drop, well, we don't have to worry about it because they are not player kills. So I think this will give us enough space. We can go ahead and remove all of that scaffolding now, and it will come raining down. I'm not too worried again about collecting all of it. It is nice and cheap. We have lots of wood and lots of string. So the kill mechanism, we will have a half slab, but we will have our hoppers first. And I realized I forgot to craft a bunch of hoppers. So we will start from the bottom up, and we are going to give ourselves a lot of room to work. So we will have a chest right here that will be where our crafters sort our items into. We will have a hopper going into that, and our first crafter will be right here. That will make our gold blocks. The gold ingots will go into there, and that will make gold blocks. We will then have a hopper right up here, and another hopper will go up 2 blocks just to give ourselves enough space, and then another crafter right next to this hopper. I brought some cobblestone up so that we can build with that as well. So we will have our crafter facing into that hopper, just like that, and then we will have another comparator signal right up here. Let's go ahead and get that first one placed down, so facing out, and then our redstone, we want a signal strength of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 and 9, there we go. And that will power that once that gets to 9 blocks. Let's go ahead and test that out with our nuggets. There we go, and into the chest it goes. And then this one right up here as well. We want a signal strength of 9. So now when we put a, well, we don't have enough gold nuggets, but if we put a full block's worth of gold nuggets, 63 gold nuggets into there, we would get a gold block as the output. So our crafters are all set up. We have to set up our item sorter. So we will have a hopper going into that, and those will go sideways. We can either filter out the rotten flesh or the gold nuggets. I think it will be easier to filter out the gold nuggets, and then we can just let the rotten flesh back up in the hoppers if they need to. So we will have another stack of chests right over here. That will be where our rotten flesh will pile up, and our hoppers will feed into both of those chests, and these will extend up and back right here. And then we will have, well, maybe we will filter out the rotten flesh. That might be a little simpler since it is already in line with where the kill platform will be. So for that, we will want our comparator. And then let me see if I can remember how to do this. It's been a whopping 2 or 3 episodes since we did this the last time. Redstone dust right there, and redstone, a redstone repeater. There they are, facing into that block. And do we put 2 redstone dust underneath there? Is that how we do this? So right now it is off, and it is not running. I think because that block is there. Well, maybe not. Ah, I remember what the problem is. This redstone repeater right there, this redstone will power that, and it's supposed to turn that torch off. I don't know why it didn't. Thank you once again to the internet who has pointed out to me that this needs to be right up here. Uh-oh. That needs to be pointed in that direction. And then we move all of this up, and that is the hopper that we will turn off and filter in. Alright, so comparator, redstone dust, and then our repeater right there, and redstone torch. There we go. And now that hopper should be turned off. It sure is. So we will filter out our rotten flesh and 1, 2, 3, and 4 item filters, and it is still not working. This is not giving out. Oh, that's because I put it in the wrong hopper. That would explain it. So up here, our item filters. Uh-oh. Wait, nope, I have figured it out. So if we put our 4 item filters in there, and then 18 rotten flesh in here. Now, when this has rotten flesh in it, that should theoretically filter everything out down into that chest. I can't tell if it did, but it looks like it did. I don't know how much we had in there before. We will just do it one more time. And there we go. Excellent. Our item filter is in place. All we have left is our kill platform, which again is an AFK kill platform because I didn't really want to spend a bunch of time here manually killing zombified piglins. So we are just going to do this the old-fashioned way. They will fall to their death, and it will be as simple as that. So the middle of the farm is right there on this block. Yep, and then we will just extend this out for a handful of hoppers in each direction. I think we need to reconfigure this. I'm going to remove those hoppers for now, and I think what we will do, I think we'll just extend this up one more. Oh, there we go. That works, and then that will filter into there, and we shouldn't have any problems. And now we just have to make sure that all of these hoppers are placed facing into another hopper. I think we will just opt for a square right down here. And our hoppers have ended up somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Or maybe they didn't and I just collected them all. Oh, here they are. They really like to blend in with that bedrock. Now I think I've picked them all up. Alright, that's a lot of hoppers, but that should do the trick, and now we will just cover all of them with our slabs. And we will finish this off with a small perimeter of non-spawnable blocks, just to prevent any of the items that we collect from flying out. And I ran out of glass, so we are gonna go with leaves, but it'll have the same effect. Really, just as long as items are not flying over the edge of this, that is all I really care about. And there we go, that should be good enough, more than good enough for us. And right down here, everything is primed. Let's make sure the crafters are all empty, and it looks like they are. We don't have anything clogging any of these hoppers anywhere, and our filter blocks for our rotten flesh are still in there, and we are good to go. So now all that is left is placing in the turtle eggs, and as soon as we do that, this farm will be up and running. We are going to start from the bottom because, oh yes, the trapdoors, how could I forget? Let's get the rest of those placed in. Those might be a little important, and we will finish placing these right here. I don't think they will be able to access anything below that, so we will just place those 4, and we will get these closed up, and we will start placing in our turtle eggs, as simple as shift clicking them into place at their line of sight. It's possible that they may notice them from up above, and if that's the case, well, we may have some zombie pigmen falling on our head as we are doing this, but that's okay. There's turtle egg number 2, and it looks like they have noticed, and the farm is working. Look at them falling to their death right down there. Of course, we don't have one on here, so that's why he hasn't noticed yet, but once we place that in and close that up, there he goes, right off the edge, and right down onto the platform, like clockwork. And we just continue to repeat this all the way to the top, all 9 layers that we have. And we should probably get those trapdoors up there closed before we have any unwanted piglins wandering off the edge. And just a couple more to go here. Here's one, and one more at the very top, and then this farm will be finished. Let's get that one placed in. And if we have a look down, we can see that they are flying off the edge in droves, so we are doing phenomenal. In fact, we can head down there before we head up to our AFK spawn platform, and we will see that we already have some loot rolling into the chests. Uh-oh. Did I accidentally close this hopper chain somewhere? Is our filter not... oh. Wait. Oh. No. I'm confused. Where's our rotten flesh being transported to? Oh no. Let me try replacing this hopper. We will grab all of the items. We will put our filter back for the rotten flesh. And now it isn't even working. Well, I have some troubleshooting to do, but it looks like other than that, we are up and running. Alright, stand by. I've got to get this figured out, and then I will be back. Alright, I got it all figured out, which consisted of raising that whole kill platform up one block. Not a big deal at all. I guess we could have moved that down, but I would rather just have... well, you know, actually in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't move that down, but we're not going to talk about that. Now it is time to run a benchmark test. I'm wondering how long it will take us, well, not necessarily how long it will take us to get a block of gold, but I'm wondering how much gold we will get in 5 minutes of AFK time. So I'm going to wait here. We will watch as all of these zombie pigmen or zombified piglins make their way down to the kill platform. And after 5 minutes, we will head down there and see how much gold and rotten flesh we get from all of this. So I will see all of you when the benchmark test is finished. And while we wait for the 5 minutes to expire, we are just about there. We have about a minute left. Oh, never mind. I was going to say we could go look at some of our statistics, but I forgot that is in the pause menu, and it does not unpause the game. But the magma blocks, we mined 17,000, and I have now placed a little over 10,000. I think actually close to 15,000 have been placed. So it is one of my most placed blocks now. The most crafted item is sticks from trading with Fletchers. We've crafted 24,000 of those, and we have used the netherite pickaxe 122,000 times. So that is the end of our 5 minutes. Let's head on down here and see what we have in our chests. Looks like the rest of them are going to finish raining down, and we will wait for the last few to fall to their death. And let's have a look in our chest. So we have 5.5 stacks of rotten flesh. Over here, 5 blocks of gold. So we get 1 gold block every minute. That is not a bad deal, especially if I were to AFK overnight, for example. That means we get 60 blocks, basically 1 stack of gold per hour. So we could have 8 stacks of gold blocks after a night of AFKing. And of course over here we are really going to have to figure out the rotten flesh situation, as it is still flooding in to the hoppers. I think it is now finished. There we go. So really we had 6, almost 7 stacks of rotten flesh. We are gonna have to expand these chests a lot because those will fill up very fast. The gold blocks, not so much. The crafters are a big part in all of that. But it's great to have all this rotten flesh because we can trade it with the cleric at 1 emerald for 32 rotten flesh. So this is also generating, in a way, emeralds for us, which is very nice. But I have some AFKing to do, so that is where we are going to leave it for this episode of the Optimistic Survival series. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye!